Hi guys, welcome to a new episode of Art Life with John and Bogdan.
Hope you're doing great this week. We're having a lovely week and got a lot to share with you. If you like what you see here, please consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't yet. Hit that like button and that notification bell because then you'll be notified of new content when it comes out. And it really does help our channel if you do subscribe, so please give it a thought.
Now let's show them everybody what we've done this week.
Let's talk about it. Hi, I'm John, and this is Bogdan. Join us on our journey as we figure out how to earn a living as artists, introduce you to those we meet, and share what we learn along the way. Hi guys, I'm now going to deliver one of the paintings from my Panca Marga series that was purchased, but I couldn't deliver it at the time it was purchased because it had to finish out the show. So I'm off to see Carlina and to deliver the painting called Aspiration. Can you see it? And let it go find its new home. So thank you so much, Carlina, and we're off on a journey. Thanks. Okay, I just delivered the piece. It's very exciting. I don't know, it's kind of sad. I don't know why I get emotional a bit, but it's a big deal. And Carlina's now going to decide where to put it in her home, and she's going to send me a photo. So, yeah, it's a good move. Back to the studios. I tell you, I am in meeting mode. I have just finished a meeting of the exhibition committee. I run the committee here at Silver Street Studios and run it. I'm a member of a team who run it. And so we have a monthly meeting to discuss the different exhibitions that we're going to be hosting throughout the year, this year and next year. So it's really kind of exciting to be in this studio facility. Gives us the opportunity to do this, for us to actually not only exhibit our work, but to plan and curate exhibitions. So that's a great learning experience, but it's a lot of work. So I just finished that meeting. I had my meeting in Berlin with the Artists Stop Being Poor group. Love that group. And so we had our Zoom meeting, weekly Zoom meeting. And then this evening I have my residency program, the residencia, programas de residencia, proyectos de residencia in Mexico City. And so that meeting is tonight, and we just came off the 2-hour meeting last night for the HIP Photo Club. So I've had Zoom meeting after Zoom meeting after live meeting after Zoom meeting. It's just a lot. But I'm done with all but the evening meeting, and tomorrow I don't have any meetings at all. Not bad.
Catching up with various projects. One of them was creating a promotional video for the gym I attend. They have an event, School Bash, on September 4th, and they were interested in doing a little advertising. So yesterday after the art chat, which was Thursday, I went to the gym and I put the drone up and get some new footage, something exciting to make people attend the event. Hi guys, it's the end of the week and we're driving back to the studio. Yesterday we had a break, we stayed home. We did the art chat from home.
Yeah, I think it went really well.
And it went very well. We had a lot of people attending the Facebook chat. I was glad to see everybody there. Different people than usual.
Yeah. I don't know if that means we're growing or if it was just a fluke, but a different group of people, and it was. I think it was a good show.
Yeah. I was like, usually we don't have that much attendance, but yesterday I was like, oh, there's so many people watching us. I have to spice up myself a little. I had to put a lot of smiles on, and not that it's a
Not that you
an
frown
easy
at
thing for me to put a smile on, but yeah, it was very good. And for some reason today feels like Monday.
Well, that's because you took yesterday off, and you don't take days off very often. I
not-
say take a day off. We worked. I mean, I worked all day.
And even what you consider days off are not necessarily day off for myself. I always find something to do to keep myself busy. Either start a new project or even catch up with the house.
Tell them what happened yesterday with with Mexico.
Oh, okay. So I'm freaking out because whatever I plan, it does not work. I really
That's
have this.
normal, right?
I have these photographs. They are really 20 by 30 inch, quite large. And I thought I would find a suitcase to buy. At first, we had a big suitcase, and I thought it would fit it there, but it did not. So I said, okay.
Well, let's add to that, because not only is it the question of getting the photographs transported, but we have to take the frames, including plexiglass.
Well, I don't mind.
Which turned out to be incredibly heavy.
Yeah, I don't mind the frames. They are aluminum and they are sectional, which means they come in pieces, and I put it together in Mexico when I get there. But the problem is the plexiglass. It's a professional plexiglass, and it's very heavy. As a matter of fact, yesterday I was browsing on all shops around town for a larger suitcase, and it was impossible. No, that sheet of plexiglass did not fit anywhere. And I said, okay, I'm gonna stop by FedEx and get a quote how much it costs me to send 11 pieces like this, and it comes up with altogether like 35 pounds, super heavy, and it was like almost $1,000 each way.
Yeah.
And there were some taxes that I would have to pay when I go to Mexico, apparently. It's super complicated. So I'm on the way back home, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have to print them in Mexico somewhere, in Guadalajara. There's not much time left. And who do I know there? Well, I met a gallery owner from Mexico City, Patricia Conde. Said, I'm not gonna call this lady. She's too important. She's too busy.
And Mexico City is like 8 hours away. It's like not close.
And I said, okay, I'm gonna get in touch with the organizers of the fair and see if they can recommend me somebody. The organizers of the fair got back to me saying, we know you get in touch with this person. He will print everything for you. So
shout out to Chewy.
So Chewy is my hero. Chewy is actually a photographer. He's actually a how to call that, not a mixed media, but a multimedia sort of artist.
Okay.
And he was bam, bam, bam. When do you need them? How do you need? How big? What paper? And all sorted out.
And he's gonna mat them and
mat, bags, and I said I need some sort of plexiglass of glass, knowing that I'm not gonna be able, if those pictures won't sell, I'm gonna have to leave them behind. And I said, find me a solution that is not very expensive, and I'm waiting the results today. More news from him today.
And instantly he said yes, and
everything is working,
and it's
guys.
somebody that somebody knows, so it's not like we're just calling somebody blind. And the way that people will step up and help That's just magnificent.
It was a very good experience, and I felt like that heaviness on my shoulder just lifted.
So what I did yesterday was I dedicated the entire day after the art chat to figuring out SEO on my website. And so I found all kinds of magnificent errors that I had made. And I went through, I found videos, I went through step by step, hour by hour, fixed all of the problems that there were in my SEO. And when I had finished, I said, okay, let me go back and do that SEO checker that we did earlier this week, where I had raised my score up to a 70, and I ran it again, and it dropped back down to a 64. So I'm completely lost as to what's going on with that, but I do know that I made all kinds of changes to my SEO on the website, and now I can actually track whether or not that's going to make a difference, because I have the statistics from beforehand, and I can now see if making these changes will cause an effect. And let's see, tonight, big party.
Tonight we have a great party with 2 friends and 2 collectors.
3 collectors in my case.
3 collectors, yeah. With Tommy, Frank, Sandra, and
Father Phil.
Father Phil. We are about to meet Father Phil. I haven't met him yet.
We haven't met him yet.
But it's gonna be fine. And I'm looking forward to a little dinner party. We haven't had one in a long time.
Absolutely. It'll be great to visit, to meet new people, and to build friendships. That's always important.
Yeah. And we are back to the studio.
And I think the food will be really good too.
Yeah. But today I'm gonna catch up, as I said, with some editing, and then I need to complete some artwork I have laid out on the table, and it's time for me to complete that and move to another project.
Yep, I got a lot to do today as well. Maybe I can squeeze in a haircut, we'll see.
Oh, I forgot to cut your hair.
Yeah, well, I can actually go out in the world
There
for a
is
haircut.
no one that can cut his hair better than myself.
And he's cheap.
And it's cheap. It's an open Saturday at Silver Street Studios this weekend, and I am preparing new artworks to put on display. Those are little paintings of mine, abstracts, and I got to find them in my portfolio boxes, and I said those are beautiful, and I'm gonna put them together, frame them, and give them a modern look. And also I would photograph them and put them on my website. On another hand, I have the new sculptural piece that it's 80% ready, and this is how it looks like. I don't have a title yet because I don't know exactly how it's going to end up. I mean, I do have a look in my mind, but what I always have in my mind doesn't always come true. So there's some room for unexpected situations. So here is the black board that has the cracking paste on, and I'm gonna have to wait for a while, for several hours to dry and to crack, and after that I will recolor in blues and golds and yellows. It will give me that antique decay look. working on this piece for a while, and after a lot of thinking, I decided to stop here because I consider it completed. And I really talked with John, and I asked him his opinion in this matter, and we both agree that the piece is ready and there's no need to build anything on, because that would be too much, and you don't want to overwork a piece. So let me show you the final piece of this last sculptural photography I've created. Okay, so this is pretty much what we've done this week.
Yeah.
I think we've done more than it's possible filming, because there's a lot of things that we do that can be put on camera.
It's terrible. I always think of things after they've happened and go, I should have filmed that, right?
Yeah.
But oh well.
Yeah.
It is what it is. This is a good sampling, though, of what the week has been like.
Yeah, I mean, we kept busy, and we told you guys that lately we're really focusing on promoting and work out the websites, and this is what we've done mostly again this week, understanding the bits and pieces that goes behind the website.
And that's going to take some time to show up. I mean, the changes we've made, you won't see immediate results, so we'll keep you informed of what we're doing and whether or not it's making any difference. We have worked a lot on the SEO, some of the presentational bits of the web page, and then I went into Google and completely redid our Google page and descriptions and things like that in an indexing. So that might help bring more people to us as well.
Lots of work, and if you guys check our website, either John Bishop Fine Art or my website, Bogdan Photo Art, please look around, and if you have any feedback, write to us, and we'll be very honored to get this feedback from you, and look to see what else needs to be improved and updated.
Things are going well in the studios. This was the second Saturday. We had a nice crowd yesterday.
Yes.
I was surprised, because now with this kind of new spread of COVID, we were afraid that people would just stay home. Most everybody had on a mask, and there was still a good crowd. So that was positive.
Yeah. Very good crowd. Different crowd, young crowd.
Yeah, it was, and I had lots and lots of conversations. I mean, people stopping, looking at my art, saying, would that look good over the staircase? And when you start hearing people actually apply where they would put the piece of art, that's a good sign. And I swoop in with a lot more information.
I had exactly the same. Some customers said, I just bought a new home, and I'm just getting some ideas of sizes and images that, so the majority took a business card, and hopefully one of them at least would come back.
And I plugged to a lot of people that we're happy to do commissions. So, if they like my work and it's just the wrong size, hell, I'll make it different sized. So that's good. The other thing is that we were very, very blessed to have been asked to dinner by two of our collectors, Tommy and Frank. And they also had Sandra, who's another one of my collectors, and a friend of theirs that we had not met. And we went over for dinner, and it was, of course, a lovely evening and delightful to spend time visiting with them. But I don't know if you've had this experience yet, when you walk into someone's home and you see your art on their wall. It's a real rush, I gotta tell you. And they gave us a tour of all their art collection, which is substantial and amazing.
And stunning.
And to know that you're now part of that, that's a huge honor that's hard to describe. And then we had, remember we drove to Louisiana and delivered some art. Keith wrote back and sent me photos. He's had my art framed and ready for installation.
And they look beautiful.
And they were remarkable looking. So that's a great feeling.
Yes,
if you haven't had it, get it soon.
Anyway, I have some notes written here on the table. We did a production week for me as well. I had this, and I talked about earlier, these drawings on watercolor paper, which I was able to frame them, float them, and they are now available on the website. So if you guys still thinking of something fun and creative and with a lot of sparkling colors, go check out my new page and see if you like anything.
Yeah, and I tell you, I've seen those for a long time in, sleeves, plastic sleeves, waiting for sale, and man, when they get framed properly, it's a completely different experience.
Next is...
What else?
God, we've done so much. VAA.
Oh, VAA, that's exciting.
We both got into the Visual Art Alliance exhibition, and I believe it's the 37th juried exhibition.
Right, it's the 37th juried. It is juried by the director of modern art in the National Gallery in Washington. So it's quite an impressive juror this time, and we were both selected. It's a hard show to get into. I've tried for 3 years. This is my first time. You were in last year or 2 years ago?
I've been through, and 2 years ago, I believe.
But it was a great honor to be included, so we'll be sharing that as it gets closer. Mexico?
Mexico. I wanted to continue with the VAA that I submitted 4 images, but I don't know which one exactly has been selected.
I'm in the same boat. So here we are in our auxiliary studio. This is Mom and Dad's house, and when Mom and Dad passed away, we thought, I don't want to just leave this house sitting empty. Things start to happen. It doesn't smell good. The water gets bad, and it's just not a good thing to leave a house empty. So we said, it's right across the street. I'll start painting over here, and that way we'll have some connection with it and make sure things are going well. Well, this has actually been kind of refreshing. It's a nice place to work. It's right across the street, and yet I feel like I'm going to work because I'm leaving the house with all the distractions at home.
And it's large enough, open enough.
And so we're now looking at saying, okay, well, maybe instead of selling it right away, maybe we'll stick around for a while and see if in fact it can be a good, useful studio space for us, because it's paid for. All we have to pay is the bills on it.
And it's easy to sell these days, right?
Right now it's a really good market, so we can sell. If we wait, maybe it won't be, but that's a risk I think we can take. These particular little townhomes are great for elderly people, and so hopefully we won't be shooting ourselves in the foot if we don't sell it right away. But yeah, we're going to do some alterations to it. We're going to share that with you this next week, and should be exciting.
Yeah. Well, hopefully you guys got inspired for everything we've done, and I hope you can join us again for the next episode.
Absolutely. Stay creative, and we'll see you guys again next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.